It's always great to receive handmade gifts. This is something that Leo gave to me over the weekend. In the news, we're always seeing that we're not doing enough to look after environment. Earth is a gift not just given to one person but the whole of the human race. O Lord, our Lord, how excellent is thy name in all the earth, who host set thy glory above the heavens. Out of the mouth of babes and sucklings host thou ordained strength because of thine enemies, that thou mightest still the enemy and the avenger. When I consider thy heavens, the work of thy fingers, the moon and the stars which thou host ordained. What is man, that thou art mindful of him, and the Son of Man, that thou visitest him? For thou host made him a little lower than the angels, and host crowned him with glory and honour. Thou madest him to have dominion over the works of thy hands. Thou host put all things under his feet, all sheep and oxen, yea, and the beasts of the field, the fowl of the air, and the fish of the sea, and whatsoever passeth through the paths of the seas. O Lord, our Lord, how excellent is thy name in all the earth. Just as we care for handmade presents that have been lovingly made for us, like Leo's Father's Day card for me, the psalm that I just read to you reflects on the way that God trusts humankind to care for his gift of creation. Lots of people worry about the way our planet and its resources are being misused. Hence why we're trying to come away from fossil fuels to more renewable energy. And you've seen on our roof, we've installed solar panels. You see when you're driving around, so many solar panels. Also wind turbines, and actually, we're trying to use the water more. We just had the G7, which is all the more powerful nations in this world coming together, and they make all these promises. And it's great that they make these promises, but they do not, and they cannot achieve these promises if we don't do our little bit. Now, we've got a brilliant eco group at school, led by Mrs. Sandon Webb, and we are doing our bit. And I am so impressed by so many children coming up and wanting to sort out the compost bins and the litter and be involved in changing the way we do things at school. But we've got to do it more, and we've got to carry on doing it. It's like when we walk out of a room and there's nobody else in that room, turn the lights off. Don't do like my son's done to me in the past when they had this big push at home. If I'm watching the telly and he's leaving the room and he wants to try to save electricity, he turns off the telly. That just annoys people. It's hilarious, but it annoys people. But if there's nobody else in the room, don't leave the telly on. If there's nobody else in school and you're the last one out, turn the lights off and turn the computers off and everything like that. We need to keep saving and looking after God's creation. You're going to listen to a poem now that the children from Year 6 are reading. It's a poem called My Future by David Harmer. Think about the words, think about the questions. How would you answer the questions?
My future.
What will be left here for me when I grow up?
Will there be pure air to breathe? Will sea be clean?
Will tarmac cover all the fields? Will they still be green?
Milk from cows, meat, veg and fruit, will they be fit to eat?
Will sunlight hurt? Will fumes from cars clog up a crowded street?
Will blue whales sing? Will elephants and rhinos still survive?
Will we have left us anything healthy?
When I grow up and I'm in charge, what will it be worth?
If you have used the goodness of and destroyed the earth.
We thank you for our amazing gift to us of our planet. Help us to care for the little bits that we live in, and including our school, field, our garden, and the places where we play. Amen.
So, 2 books this week. The first one, The Blue Balloon by Mick Inkpen. So this book is all about imagination, and I think this could be for any child. Quite easy to read, but then you've got to look beyond it. And then any book that mentions rude noises is always going to grab your attention. And look what look what the boy's doing with it. He's squeezing it, he's squashing it, he's whacking it with a stick. But what will happen next? So Sadako by Eleanor Core is such a special book to myself. I was given this actual book in 2003, and it's dedicated to all the children in Hiroshima, and it's all about something that happened just after World War II. It's aimed for year 5 and 6, but the actual images are absolutely amazing. And the message that it gives you, this is our cry, this is our prayer, peace in the world. So we had a visitor this weekend. Helicopter landed on our school grounds, and lucky enough, Lloyd, Eve and Fern were fortunate enough to see it land and actually get into the helicopter. How jealous am I? So, have a wonderful week. I'm looking forward to seeing what you all get up to. We have somebody from the diocese coming in on Wednesday morning, which would be lovely. I'm looking forward to showing them around the school. They haven't been around the school yet. And hopefully get a chance to speak to one or two of you. For you to show off your work. Like I said, have a lovely week and see you soon.